a heap of people that are like, I don't know, playing Resurrected for the first time. They've never played, say, the Diablo games before, and maybe just don't even know that there's a difference in the sound. I need to put a decoy next to her before she dies. I accidentally smashed Fire Shrine without looking, and Gem Shrines as well, because I don't look. Yeah. Oh shit, I often hit the shrines, because I'm like, I know that they do good things, I just don't look at them anymore. Like, I think maybe when we ran through normal, I feel like maybe I looked at them a little bit then, but I'm already back to not looking at them. And it's not like it's a huge issue, like I can't say for sure what the thing's doing, you know. Let's back the fuck up. No. At least I only lost like a tiny bit of gold, but I probably lost like a shit ton of XP again. That's like 3 deaths. It isn't too bad, honestly. Like, it's still bad, but it's like, it's not bad. I am getting kind of enough money to kind of compensate for Eliza dying.
Okay. Blessings to you.
I love King. Yeah, that's not too bad. I don't know why I tried to repair my armor. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm kind of missing armor, so there's not much point in repairing it. But anywho, I do that so often. Let me grab one of those, because every time I get into a fight like this, I don't actually have arrows, and I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I thought so. I have one of these. What are you doing, mate?
Allow me to advise you.
Maybe. We'll see. Alright, I need like... I think more than that. That's really about what I want. I need a couple more of these. I don't want to grab Eliza going into this area with the lightning. I do need my Valkyrie. I don't know if I've got a... Yeah, no, I got a portal. This is why I put a portal in areas, because it saves me a little bit of time when I die and stuff. It's funny though. Actually, hold on. I didn't realize that they're right there. You know the portals and stuff? Fuck off, mate. I can't take a hit right now. If you look at the portal and stuff, it looks so much nicer than like the Diablo fucking 4 portals. They really... Oh, no. That's a lot of nope. Oh, I ran past my body. I wonder if I can get back past it. There we go. Alright, that worked. Let me go back down here. Oh, shit. Let's walk away from them for a few minutes. Alright. I have Cloak of Shadows. Probably not. Oh, hold on. Cloak of Shadows is like a passive thing, isn't it? A good save. Yeah. Look, sometimes I grab it and I've got the wrong fucking weapon on, which I do at the moment. That's why I have to run away and fix it up. Yeah, I don't think I've got Cloak of Shadows. I think that's what, an attack. I feel like it's an attack. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's just one of those things. It sounds familiar. Like, works good against ranged. Yeah, no, the thing is, I can't purposely do anything that will... I can't purposely make my character better. Basically, that's the best way to put it. Is, like, knowing certain things I didn't know when I was 12 and implementing them now. I can't use it. If I happen to come across something, like a weapon or some armor or something like that, and it is beneficial and it follows the kind of principle of is better damage or is better defense and has like equal or better other like magical stats and shit, then I can change it. But if it doesn't have that, even if it's something that's probably going to benefit me, like, I can't use it. Same with the game has been giving me a lot of what do you call it? It gives me a lot of reduced requirements things, and I can't use it. It also gives me quite a lot of like enhanced defense as well. Like that one's plus 200 defense on that item, but it's not an enhanced defense. I try not to pick the things that are like hand out like a defense, like a enhanced defense or reduced requirements and stuff like that, because that's the game trying to like fix what I'm doing and make it that I can still use the thing as well. Yeah, I forgot you're doing a specific run. It's alright. It happens. It happens. Honestly, it can be really frustrating sometimes to watch my character because, like, as I said, like, there's things that I could do to make her better, but I can't do. Like, for instance, when I went through a City of Travancore, because, you know, I was going down the Durance of Hate. So when I was going down that, I had cleared it the previous week, and I didn't feel the need to re-clear the City of Travancore, because I'm like, I could just go from the waypoint straight down the thing. I don't have to kill everything. Well, I died in the Durance of Hate, and I wasn't far enough to get down to the portal, the waypoint, and I didn't have a portal, which meant I had to go through City of Travancore without armor. Basically, it was bad. I died like 8 times trying to get back to my body. I had to buy spare gear to get back to my body. Just like making a mistake with that, and that was like one of those cases where I'm like, oh, I made a mistake, you know, like, I could have made this easier for myself. I could have also got the extra XP, because usually what happens is, like, where we've got with the map and stuff, right? So once I completely clear out a level, and we go down to next level, and I find a waypoint, basically that waypoint becomes the new path in. So I don't have to clear the previous levels above me anymore. I just have to clear basically around the waypoint to like the next level and stuff. So I have a clear path from my body to the waypoint and stuff, right? But the thing is, like, generally speaking, like, if I'm playing through an area, like for instance the Cold Plains, right? I spent 2 hours, not even half doing it. I'd say 1/3 clearing the Cold Plains, and then I got to the end of my stream that night, and I'd been streaming for like 6 hours, and it wasn't looking like I was going to get anywhere. So I gave up for the night, and I came back the next week, and it still took another 4 hours to clear out the Cold Plains. But because it had taken me so long to clear out the Cold Plains, and you know, the Blood Raven's off to the fucking side of the Cold Plains, but there's no portal for her. I'm like, I'm not fucking clearing this thing for a 3rd time. I'm just gonna go and like stream for like, at the time, I think like another 6 to 8 hours or something like that, just so that I can actually like go kill Blood Raven, and then go down the what do you call it, like the mausoleum and the crypt and stuff underneath her area, because I'm like, there's no way for me to get back there otherwise. Like, there's no quick route to get there and stuff. So that's also sort of how I'm halfing through, like, kill all the monsters, sort of kill all the demons, whatever, get all of the map, pick up all the things. Like, even if the shit is like not great, I still pick it up, because it could refund an Eliza. Like, we kind of measure wealth in like 1 unit of an Eliza. And Eliza's price keeps going up. So it used to be like, I think it started at like 35,000 was a 1 Eliza, which is why like now it's like part of an Eliza, it's like 39,000 to like replenish her. So yeah, we've had I don't know, we've had like a few bits of like fun silliness with that. I definitely probably didn't like refer to things like that originally, but because I know that she'll end up being like 52,000 or something like that by the time I'm like probably up in the 90s and stuff. Like, as long as she dies kind of consistent to roughly what I used to do, it's fine. I don't know. Obviously, I hope that Eliza doesn't die at all. And I could make her good, because like my Valkyrie and Eliza, right? They could be good. Like, if I've got decent armor for Eliza, she could be great. She could actually be a fucking asset. But the thing is, I can't, because my original one only ever got hand-me-downs off my character. And the funniest part is, my hand-me-downs that go on Eliza, I half want to keep, because like I need a spare set of armor in my fucking stash for when I die and have to go back and get my shit. Because there's sometimes, like, you know, if you're in a boss battle or something like that, you need some kind of armor on you to go get your fucking gear back, you know. Like, it could take a bit otherwise. Like, one hit by a rogue whatever, and oof, gone. Version is this. I thought mercenaries were 50k max to rebuy. I don't know. I'm talking about like original Diablo 2 to like rebuy her, because she's only at 39,000 at the moment. But I remember her being 52,000 to rebuy her. Not Eliza, my original. I think my original helper was Heather, actually, or about that, something like that. It was either Heather, it started with an A or something. I have a fucking screenshot I should really like look at it.
Not enough mana.
Yeah, I am running out of mana so bad. I remember losing so much gear trying to get my body. Yeah, I remember losing so much XP and gold trying to get my body. The biggest mistake I used to make was the gold aspect, because I think Diablo 2, like from memory, I thought the Diablo 2 took your gold regardless of if it was in your inventory. Like when you died, you got it took player XP plus it took gold, and so it would deplete your stash and stuff as well. But in Resurrected, it doesn't seem to take it out of your stash. Like, it's just, if you have it on you, it takes a bit of gold and like a bit of XP. But if you don't have any gold on you, it just takes a lot of XP, which honestly, like, I do remember, obviously once I maxed out my inventory stash and I maxed out my inventory's gold, I just remember like always having so much money getting lost in battle. Like, also that point in time where you could never just where you couldn't put your gold away anymore, because like you had to literally, this is another thing too, when my character got high enough level, I used to enjoy having, like, you know when you couldn't pick up gold anymore, right? And so you'd walk into town and you'd dump all your gold on the ground and you'd go back into the game, and then you'd pick up the rest of the gold and you'd come back into town and you'd run over to like Geed or somebody and you'd just start with the trading, and you'd just start like, I don't know, trying to get like some kind of semi-shit kind of okay-ish kind of extra item, and that's how you kind of keep upgrading your gear kind of thing. And I remember spending so much money at one point. Like, I didn't even need an amulet. It's just amulets are the most expensive thing. So I'd fuck around like with amulets all the time and just waste so much money just because I didn't want to leave it on the ground and I didn't want to not pick it up. I'm like, I didn't have to be that greedy about it, but I'm like, I'd rather potentially gamble it for an item that could be okay versus like just not actually like picking it up in the first place. I know, I also quite like, I gotta do this at least once a week. I took my money off me, but that's fine. I have to like listen to like the gold drop occasionally. Put a couple in there. I should really use some of my rejuvenation potions, but I'm saving that for Duriel. When I have to go up against Duriel, shit's gonna get wild. Because I always forget how fast he is.
Who goes there?
And he kills me so quickly. Like, we did really great in Nightmare. In the normal, I died like 8 or 9 times. Nightmare, I don't think I died, but we portaled back so many times. And like, I lost so many Elizas to him and so many Valkyries and stuff. I probably should have bought more health. But yeah, I wanted to just grab this for a second because I wanted to hear this drop. I love the sound of it. But look how pretty it is on the ground. Like just that. I love that. I gotta listen to this shit at least like once a week. It's like a potion and like all the sounds and stuff. It's great. I don't know. Like, I love the music in Diablo 2, but I love the sound effects. I've always said this, that they're just like, they have like a richness to it that games these days do not have. Like, when you listen to a sound effect in Diablo, like, not necessarily like fighting a sound effect, for instance, but when you're like listening to like picking up an item or something like that, there is a sound to it that just, I don't know, it's really clean and strong, and I don't know, it's just great. Like, I just don't get that with other games. Like, even her fucking vision thing that she does or whatever, I don't know what it's called, I can't remember. But when she does that, I love the sound of it. Mate, I see you attacking Eliza up the back there. I need my mana. Hold up. Yeah, get away from Eliza. Oh, shit. Fuck. Might need you to get away from me, too. I agree. Sound drops are great. Kind of pump you up a bit. They do. It's just like... Whoops. I accidentally resummoned her. Like, you know when something drops and you know what it is by the sound of it instantly. Whoops, I accidentally gave Eliza health. Like, you know when like a charm or an amulet or a ring or a gem or something drops and you know what it is and you're like, oh, It's just a nice sound. Like, you know, he dropped a fucking scepter then. Like, you hear it. It's so subtle and it just works into, like, the motion of attacking something. Like, obviously when they explode and they drop, like, a heap of potions and stuff, that shit's a bit weird. But it's fine, you know. It doesn't use selective hearing on Diablo 2 Resurrected, though. Yeah. Look, I don't hear a lot of this battle stuff. When I listen to it back, it's like I edit my VODs and I put them onto YouTube and stuff, right? And when I listen to it back and I'm not actively playing, I hear all these sound effects, I hear my decoy getting hit, all that stuff, right? But when I'm playing it, I hear more so things like that kind of stuff, you know? Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Like, I've been looking forward to getting into loot Gholein because I fucking love loot Gholein. I'm not a huge fan of Karastocks or, hello mate. No, let's not do that thing where I run further into an area. Oh, fucking Eliza. Alright, Eliza's dead again. We've lost a couple of her. Yeah, so, I have this kind of little bad habit of, like, running past them and then going into an area that has even more enemies. And I do that every so often, and that's how we get dead, and that's how I get my shit trapped in an area. I'm aware of it, so every so often I try to, like, run back to prevent myself from, like, doing it. Because this whole area back here is cleared, I can keep going back around the corner. So the caves and the dungeons at the moment, well, caves and cellars, I should say, are probably the worst for me. Because every time I go into, like, a dungeon, den's the word I want. Sorry, I had to yawn. Every time I go into, like, one of those, right at the very front door of the thing is just junked up with enemies. And I can't even get in the room without dying. It's so fucking bad. I'm trying to get this one guy at the back. But he was taking good damage for a moment there. There he is. Here's some little mustard. It didn't seem any loud, but you could There's certain sounds I trained myself to hear over all the other noises. Oh yeah. That sounds pretty cool. But yeah, I think you can kind of like choose to listen to certain things. Like I've got, what do you call it? You know that thing where certain noises like invoke like discomfort and stuff? So I've got that, so I won't even realize that I'm starting to take notice of some sort of specific sound in my surroundings before it's suddenly like overwhelming for me. And then I'm like, I don't know. I'm just filled with like, I want to destroy it kind of thing. I get that like mostly with like certain birds and stuff. I have a noise thing too. Yeah, but like playing games like this, like when she gets hit and she's like grunting and shit, like when I'm listening to VOD back, I hear that. But when I'm playing it, I don't even really notice any of this. Because it's really no different than if I was sitting there getting hit by things as well. Which is wild. High functioning with the stick though. Look, I've never been like, I don't know, diagnosed or anything. For like, basically anything. Apart from like all my other medical conditions like Crohn's disease and fucking all that shit, right? But like, yeah, I don't know. I always just figure that I'm, I don't know, very focused in on certain things. I think the word I was looking for before was like misophonia or something. It's like the, what do you call it, when you hear certain sounds and folk stuff. Like, I don't know, for me it's like birds and shit. But, I don't know. I figure at this point, I figure a lot of people are underneath the banner of like some level of like autistic, honestly. Like even if you're not like, I don't know, there's so many different like things and it's pretty easy to say like, yeah, a little bit of this, a little dash of that kind of thing. Or a lot of this and a lot of that. You know what you're talking about, yeah. I was just trying to remember what the word was, because like, I don't know what it is, but like if I'm not streaming, I can like generally recall stuff pretty well. But as soon as I start streaming, it's like this, there's a certain amount of stuff that I just can't do, like recalling information and maths. Those two things just go right in the garbage as soon as I start streaming. I used to like try, I used to like give it a second and try, but nowadays I'm just like, yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. Like specifically usually when I'm playing RimWorld, I get, like I'm trying to do some level of maths on like a sale or something like that, and I'm like, I can't do it. I know I can't do it while I'm streaming. I could do it just fine if I'm offline, but I can't do it when I'm streaming. So nowadays I just crack out the calculator. I'm like, it exists. There's no shame in fucking using it. I already know that my brain's all over the place. When you're streaming, you're like focusing on conversations, the game, other stuff going on. Like there's a lot. The brain's all over the place. It's already stretched, you know. I'm noticing my ticks and stims. Yeah. That's the thing though, is I do think that like if most people were to read like, I don't know, the definitions of like autism or ADHDs and all sorts of stuff, I do feel like it applies to a lot of people, even in very small samples, like small amounts kind of thing. I just see it as like it's a normal part of like being human, basically. Like, I don't know. I just see it as like, I don't know. It's just how we are, kind of thing, you know? Oh man, my nose is finally clearing. Holy shit. I've had this like, I don't know. Not like a, it's not a blockage. I have like sore sinuses for like this last like fortnight or so. And I just feel like I've needed to like steam them or something, or like drain them or something. And then out of nowhere, just then, they just decided, you know what? Now's the time where we're just gonna like, I don't know, get that done. And I'm like, cool. This is not the time for it though, but anyway, that just happened in the background. I'm like, at least my sinuses don't hurt anymore. It's nice. Yeah, no, a couple of weeks ago, I did a 15-hour, like a super huge fucking stream for my 2-year stream anniversary, right? And I normally only stream for like 4 hours, right? Because like I talk non-stop throughout streams, so I only have so much voice, and I keep getting like laryngitis where I keep losing my voice from overuse and stuff. And in the case of like, oh, finally, that guy finally died. In the case of like that big stream, the whole week leading up to it, I tried not to have like any of like my regular sort of spicy food. I didn't try to have anything that would potentially like irritate my throat or anything, because I knew I was gonna, it was supposed to be a 12-hour stream, but it ended up being like 15. Anywho, so I ended up like streaming longer, irritating the shit out of my voice. I ended up having this huge ass sleep afterwards, because obviously I was super exhausted from it. And my sinuses and throat have just been sore since. And I'm like, I don't know if I like did something to them. Can I hit you, mate? There we go. I don't know if I did something to them, or if like I caught a cold, because like it was around Black Friday sales as well, and I had to go outside, and I've got a weak immune system. So yeah, it could have been any number of things. And it also could have been like hay fever allergy type stuff, because like, yeah, we had like a shit ton of pollen in the air before it started raining and stuff, and I ran out of like, you know, the antihistamines and stuff to deal with that. So it's nice that it's finally like cleared up. Now I just need my throat to stop fucking hurting, and we'll be good. Get some of my normal voice back, it'd be great. Oh man, Matt, I'm not following you around a corner. I didn't mean to accidentally unpop her. Let's put a new one here. I need more arrows. Had a hard time remembering. Feels like my brain doesn't stop. It's away from me. Just mentally drained all the time. Yeah, I feel that.
Stay a while and listen.
I feel like that has been basically the song and dance of this past year for a great many people. It's just, there's a lot going on. All the time. Unrelenting sort of stuff. I need a lot more arrows than what I actually have on store. But, yeah, I would definitely say you're not alone in that boat. Like, in my case, like, streaming is my full-time job, right? This is what I do for a living. And, there's a lot more to it than just being live. Like, for instance, like this last week, for instance, I've done like a couple of like 14-hour days and stuff like that, and I'm just like, I'm drained. But there's a lot of stuff I'm trying to remember and trying to like get done in around it and stuff. And yeah, like I write a lot of stuff down. I've always been somebody that's like, instead of like trying to forcibly remember to do shit, I either make calendar reminders for something that has like a time limit, for instance, or I make like a written like a spreadsheet type thing, and I keep everything written down, like in between all my games I play, because I play a different game every day of the week, right? The same games fortnight to fortnight, but like, you know, Monday's always 7 days, Tuesday's always RimWorld kind of thing, like Thursday's always Diablo. If I, like, by a week's time, like, I may not remember what I'm doing in the game, so I write that shit down so that next time I hop on the game, I know straight up what it was that I was doing and what it was that I need to do and stuff. And it just saves me a little bit of mental capacity, you know? It just gives me a little bit more energy. Like, not a lot, because like I'm generally doing like a fucking ton of shit. But like, still, anything helps. And sometimes, like, I've found that there's been a few people, particularly very like intelligent people, tend to like try to keep all the information inside the head instead of like making calendar reminders or like writing it down and stuff. And if you just like, if it helps, like maybe just like try like not keeping it all inside. Like obviously, like I found like sticky notes and shit, they're not gonna ever work for me, because I'm not gonna like walk around and see a piece of paper and there's a chance my cat's just gonna steal it, right? But like a phone, like I'm almost always near my phone these days, right? So I'm probably going to come across a reminder or be on my computer and like look at the same sort of things week to week, you know, or about that. Let's put a decoy in there, you know. Unlikely you caught something on Black Friday. I figured that too, but you see, when I catch a cold, I get really, really sick. Like I get the kind of sick that like downs me for like 3 weeks kind of thing, and I need antibiotics and stuff because my immune system's like shit. So that's why I'm not 100% sure it's a cold, because I do feel like if it was a cold, I'd be sicker, and I would be sicker a lot faster kind of thing. That's why I kind of think it's probably just overuse more than anything. That, and I'm probably snoring my ass off when I sleep, so I'm probably like, I'm probably hurting the shit out of my throat when I'm asleep too. It's probably getting like zero downtime, except for like the few minutes where I'm like silent and awake on like a weekend or something, you know. I feel like maybe. Honey works for the throat soreness. My buddy is a singer and uses honey constantly. I was using honey for a while, especially in like my first year of streaming. I would sometimes have like a spoonful of honey before I'd start streaming, just to try to like coat my throat and stuff. I also tried, honestly, I never thought this shit worked, but you know, I tried having a cup of like warm milk with what do you call it, with honey and cinnamon and shit in it. I did that a couple of times when I had really bad laryngitis, like last year, and it helped a little bit, but at the same time, like I don't always have these ingredients and stuff on hand at home. Like I wanted to have a cup of warm tea before I started streaming tonight, because I didn't really feel like coffee, even though coffee would have woken me up and probably helped and stuff, but I didn't feel like it. And I was gonna have a tea, but Nick started doing the dishes, my partner started doing the dishes and stuff while the countdown was active, so that it wouldn't be loud during stream. And so I couldn't get into the kitchen because the kitchen's too small for 2 people to be in there at once. So I couldn't get in to make a cup of tea. I didn't want to like shuck him out of the kitchen, because I'm like, dude's doing the dishes, I'm not going to complain about that, you know. I'm never going to complain about that. I'm like, I would rather not have a cup of tea and like stream with a slightly sore throat than like do the dishes myself, realistically. And just to clarify, I always appreciate anything he does, and he does a lot. But yeah, that was just like one instance where I'm like, I can't do it today, but maybe I could do it tomorrow, sort of thing. I just gotta remember to like try to take some stuff again. The other thing too is, I know the conversations come up about like I should like practice, like I should probably do vocal exercises and shit, and it's been like 1.5 years and I keep saying it and I still haven't started, and I really need to actually fucking do something. I need to stop saying I'll do something and actually do something with that. I'm normally better with this, but I don't know. It just feels weird, because it is a little bit weird to me, because like all I'm doing is casually like chatting and stuff. I don't feel like in a way, it feels like if I was doing vocal exercises, I feel like I'd be warming up for something. And I am. Realistically, I am and should be, but like, it feels strange, because I don't feel like I should be warming up to like sit down and have a chat and stuff for a little bit while playing games and stuff. It's just a weird little thing. And like I'm wondering if I got in the habit of it, would I sit down